Welcome to the Lock Shop with Nielson and Hustler.
All right, it's 11:04. Welcome to the Lock Shop, everybody. What's happening? Thank you very much for being here. Today, Canada versus the USA in women's hockey coming up in just over an hour's time. All eyes in the nation, hopefully, on that matchup. We'll have two guys and a goalie going, and we'll be keeping tabs on it as well. We're also going to do an Olympic hockey pool draft today with myself, Cass, and Gager. So that should be a lot of fun. That's coming up on Two Guys and a Goalie, which is presented to you by GS Construction. That'll be rolling from noon until 1, EST afternoons with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage from 1 until 3, and then the Reed Wilkins Show today from 3 until 6. All of Edmonton Sports Talk, including the Lock Shop, is brought to you by our partners over at Play Alberta. Download the Play Alberta app today. Click on EST Specials or just go to playalberta.ca and click on EST Specials there. You'll see everything that we've got cooking for you. I'm going to dive into that a little bit here as well. We also have the casino over there as well. You can get your lottery tickets online at playalberta.ca. Huss will be joining us on the Lock Shop. I just learned something about the Olympic hockey tournament that I did not know, so maybe we'll get into that right now or right off the top. Just tweeting out to everybody that Lock Shop is live so we can get some additional nasties in on this bad boy today. All right, so over on the EST Specials page, we do have a play for the game today. Canada has been, to kind of put it politely, we've been owned by the United States recently in women's hockey. I went back and looked at the World Championships last year. We lost to them 2-1 and 4-3. So a couple of tight battles. And then in the rivalry series, Canada went 0-4 versus the United States and were outscored 24-7. So the United States have done extremely well. There's a reason that they're the favorite in this game today. But at the World Championships, Canada played them close a couple of times. So I did put this one together. The early bird bet, Canada versus the USA, over 4.5 goals. And Canada on the puck line at +1.5. I got it boosted a little bit, and that one is up to +125. If you want to get on Canada and the men to win gold, you can do that right now. Jay's got that up, got it boosted yesterday to +100 as they are the favorite in their event. The Canadian women are not the favorite. Hernan, I'll have to ask you this. Did you know that if this gold medal game goes overtime, they're playing 3-on-3?
I did not know that.
Until it's decided. Yeah, I was just reading an article on Sportsnet.
Well, that won't last long.
It'll be crazy considering you'll have, I don't know,
McCarr, McKinnon, McDavid, it's over.
Like, come on.
All those guys can skate.
That would be insane. But I also hate that.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like,
go to the traditional
just
overtime.
Continue to play.
Yeah.
Go do what they do in the National Hockey League and just continue to play 5-on-5. I know, sometimes they would go back to 4-on-4 over the years, but just continue to play 5-on-5. Like, it's going to suck that an Olympic gold medal game, if it gets to overtime, and I like 3-on-3 in the regular season, in and out, 5 minutes, done, maybe we get to shootout.
Yeah.
But for a gold medal, we're going to play 3-on-3 overtime? That's weird to me. It's disappointing. I really don't want this to go to over. You might as well go to a bloody shootout. Let's be honest, 3-on-3 is gimmicky hockey.
Like, how good was the Four Nations overtime? It was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was regular hockey.
Yeah, and they just why are they doing this at the Olympics? Unless this article is incorrect. But I have a hard time believing Sportsnet would post an Olympic hockey primer and have incorrect information about the overtime game.
I prefer the traditional way, but it's going to be exciting as hell. Like, let's say
it'll be insanely exciting. But if we lose, I'm telling you right now, I'm coming on and I'm bitching about how it went to 3-on-3 in overtime and Kyle Connor skated around everybody and scored a goal. Like,
but what if they win?
I'm still going to feel a little cheap. I'm going to look, we'll still be gold medal. But I don't know. It's going to feel a little weird to have a gold medal game finish in
Because it's not
in 3-on-3.
It's not traditional hockey.
No, it's a gimmick.
It's a gimmick.
3-on-3 is a gimmick. How is the gold medal game going to go to a gimmick to decide the gold medal?
And like, for example,
and we've seen gold medals decided in shootouts before too, and it's like
terrible.
We're still bitching about it.
But like for Sidney Crosby and let's say Drew Doughty, this is their last international tournament. We all know that. And if they lose on a 3-on-3,
I know.
Like, it's terrible.
This doesn't make sense to me. So here is the overtime and shootouts. In the preliminary round, teams will play 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime. If nobody scores, you move to shootout. Fine. In elimination games before the gold medal contest, overtime will be 10 minutes, 3-on-3, followed by a shootout. So in a semifinal game, we could see a shootout. And then for the shootouts, it's 5 players, not 3, like in the NHL. They'll alternate shots until a decisive goal is scored. After a team has made 5 attempts, players who've already taken a shot can attempt again. And then there is no shootout in the gold medal game. If the contest is tied after 60 minutes, the teams will play 3-on-3 overtime in 20-minute periods until a winner is decided. So I don't know. I just don't want the Olympics to end in 3-on-3 overtime.
I'm with you, man.
Like the golden goal. Can you imagine if that was 3-on-3 overtime?
Does McDavid play 3 minutes of overtime
straight? No, I think the coaching staff there will properly manage ice time. All right, let's bring in Huss. Huss, I just found this out today. If it gets to a gold medal overtime, we're going to get 3-on-3 to determine the gold medal. I don't know. I wasn't aware of this, but it kind of disappoints me.
Me too. Let's win this thing in regulation.
Yes,
that's my. I mean, I can tell you right now that if we lost in 3-on-3, we would be like, this is a joke.
Put an asterisk on this medal.
Now, what was the golden goal 4-on-4?
It's a good question. I mean, I'd be guessing. I'm going to say no, but maybe somebody will tell us.
I don't know why I think that it might have been.
I'm trying to think who the other forward was on with Iginla and Crosby at the time. Oh, I'll just bring it up and look at it. Let me see here.
Maybe there wasn't.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
we can finally watch the goal again for the first time in 16 years, which is nice. Notice that no one's seen that goal. We've seen pictures of it. We've seen Crosby going up like this, but outside of Olympic time, nobody has the rights to that.
Oh, it might have been 4-on-4. Yeah, because it was Doughty, Niedermayer, Iginla, and Sid on the ice. It's from what I'm seeing on the video.
There it is. How about that little tidbit?
Still 4-on-4 is a lot better than 3-on-3 though. 3-on-3
like
it's 4-on-4 could go on for 20 to 40 minutes in overtime, but like
3-on-3, I don't think of 3-on-3 as much different than a shootout. To be honest.
No, they're both gimmicks to end regular season games timely. Like that's basically what it is, right? So
this is one game for all the marbles once every 4 years. I would prefer it was just 5-on-5 till we have a winner. And I'm shocked. Like with the amount of work that the NHL and the NHLPA were involved in this, I'm surprised. Like, I don't know who would have been pushing for this. No, let's just go to 3-on-3. We don't want it to go long. Or who says that?
Yeah, for a gold medal, it doesn't make a lot of sense, man. What else is going on? You been watching some of these Olympics?
I mean, I have been, but I mean, for me, this is really starting. Like, we got Canada, USA today.
Yeah, 12:10 our time, 1:10 your time.
So, I mean, that's locked in, and then, like, let's get going with the hockey. I haven't really gotten into, I got to tell you, I hate this time zone for the Olympics because things are happening overnight. Then everything is happening right now when we're all working, and you inevitably will find out. Like, if Canada wins a medal, it's going to be an alert on your phone, like in 2 seconds. And then, you know, watching the primetime programming is everything that's already happened. Like, I kind of like Korea better, where at least you could stay up all night and watch this stuff live.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess that is sort of the case, but that's when the big stuff was. But there's a big, Here's a big Olympic story. Have you heard about this Norwegian biathlon guy?
No, I don't think I have. What scandal is this?
This is legitimate news. Norway's Sturla Holm Lagerid followed up his bronze medal in the biathlon at the Winter Olympics on Tuesday with a stunning confession that he had cheated on his girlfriend before openly begging for another chance.
Oh,
Quote,
no.
I realize this is the woman in my life, and I can't live my whole life keeping it a secret from her. My only way to solve it is to tell everything and put everything on the table and hope she can still love me. I've done that for her and now the whole world. I have nothing to lose. The biathlete made his revelation to the Norwegian state broadcaster. This is basically like a guy jumping on the CBC.
Yeah.
Saying, I got a little loose in the village, folks, and I'd like to repent.
What's this guy's name? I got to look this guy up. Give me his name again.
Okay. His name is Sturla.
Okay.
Holm. So Sturla HOLM. And his last name is LAEGREID. Here, I'll DM you this article.
Yeah, send it to me. We can have some fun with this tomorrow on the Nielsen show for sure.
Oh yeah, other things to confess after winning an Olympic medal. There's your
Norwegian biathlete throws Hail Mary and asks for his girlfriend, whom he was unfaithful to take him back after winning Olympic bronze in the men's 20-kilometer interval start. I wonder if it worked. I mean, think about.
Great question.
Well, like, of all the ways that you could try to win somebody back over by admitting your guilt on a national television program, and being like, I still love you. It was a mistake. I want to stay with you. I mean, as far as shooting your shots go, it's probably as legitimate shot you can shoot as opposed to like knocking on their door and being like, I screwed up. Please take me back.
There could be another side to this, Dusty. He might realize that, okay, he's screwed. He's going to beg for forgiveness in the most public way possible. But it's also to speed up the process. He'll know very quickly, whether this is going to work or not.
And if it doesn't, he's still in the Olympic Village for a couple weeks.
Open for business at the Olympic Village. Be amazing to find out what percentage of Olympic athletes stray while they're in the village.
I mean, it's a very well-known fact, right? That Olympic athletes like to bang other Olympic athletes.
The hottest people in the world all getting together for the culmination of the highlight that they've been working 4 years for. And there's a lot of hooking up.
Did you know that Jake Paul's wife, is it his wife or his girlfriend or his fiance?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Judah.
I had no idea that was her. So I'm watching that on the replay last night, Olympic primetime or whatever. I'm watching it last night and see her go around. She sets the new Olympic record. And like right before she started to skate, they cut to a shot of Jake Paul in the crowd. I'm like, why is Jake Paul watching long track speed skating for some reason? Didn't put two and two together. She wins. Still didn't put two and two together. And then like she finishes the race, unzips her outfit, has like this white bra on, takes off her thing, fluffs up her hair. She's got her mascara. And I'm like, Tammy's watching it. Me and the kids and Tam are watching it. And Tammy's like, oh, she knows what she's doing. And I said, yeah, you're right. Like, this is a big spotlight. She's like geared down. She's got her hair, beautiful looking woman. I'm like, what's going on? And then I was like, wait a second. She must be with Jake Paul. It's all kind of making sense now. So then I went on her Instagram and she got like 5 million Instagram followers and, but put together a hell of a skate. My God, it was impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I will admit I have been a longtime follower on the IG of Judah from definitely last Olympics, maybe even the one before. Yeah, like she's huge. I mean, she is. I mean, listen, she's exactly what we were just talking about, the combination of the best athletes in the world and the hottest people in the world.
Yeah.
And Instagram is like the goal, is basically the Olympics for hot people, right? I mean, if you look at the most followed people on the planet, I'm pretty sure that will coincide with some of the best looking people on the planet.
Not a lot of uggos with 10 million Instagram followers.
No, exactly. You need to really have some good memes if you're if you're gonna get up there and you're not as genetically blessed as Juta and many of the Olympians are. But yeah, I mean, I remember the first time I heard that she was dating Jake Paul, and I'm like, what in the world? Like, you want to talk about a bizarre connection?
Yeah, how did that come about?
Again, no idea. But she's quite the influencer in her own right. I mean, they certainly spoke about her like that. And
maybe that's how they met, actually, buddy. I mean,
I don't know if you caught the story at the start of it, but like, first of all, she blew out. She fell in the qualification in Netherlands. So she didn't even complete her race.
Oh, no way.
So she was out, and they named her to the team, but she wasn't sure whether she was even going to get a chance to compete because of what happened in the qualification.
The trials, yeah.
So whatever, the team put her on the team, and then she was taking all sorts of heat for being a diva because she came to the Olympics with her team in a private jet as opposed to going with the rest of the team, I guess, or with everybody else. So she was taking a bunch of heat for that. But at the end of it all, I mean, you're basically looking at this girl that has been, I'm trying to think of, this is maybe her third Olympics, I think.
Really?
But here's the thing. Speed skating in the Netherlands is like hockey in Canada.
Yeah, it's massive. They're always like in all of the different time lengths and men's and women's. I mean, they're always right in there.
Yeah. So she is, I mean, the number one athlete in their number one sport, or at least maybe not number one. I don't know enough about the rest of them, but she's right up there. I mean, she just won an Olympic gold and set an Olympic record. So I think that speaks for itself, and is, shall we say, as Instagrammable as they come in 2026. And then you have just the whatever that comes along with Jake Paul. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people that can't stand her, not knowing her because she's dating Jake Paul. And then Jake Paul has all of his people who I'm sure now know about this one speed skater because of it. So the whole thing is, it's just that combination of sports and celebrity that the Olympics is. But good on her. That was a hell of a race. And yes, to Tammy's point, she did know exactly what she was doing.
Oh yeah, right away.
Get that hood off. Ditch the glasses.
Get the long blonde hair out. Undo the thing a bit. Yeah.
The funny thing was, she was crying so much and had so much mascara. I think her coach had to legitimately
wipe it off. Yeah,
because at some point it was all over there. But I'll be happy when our focus is just on pretty much hockey. And when's the figure skating? The figure skating.
Well, I watched some dance last night. Ice dance. It's a little bit different, I think.
That was the one that was fixed before. Like that was and I didn't really know enough of the difference between regular figure skating, pairs figure skating, and ice dancing. Yeah. But ice dancing is the one where there's no jumps. Like they don't do jumps, and it's all artistic. And that was why it was basically fixed by the judges a few years ago.
Cowboy said that she was a guest on Jake Paul's podcast, and that's where they met.
Yeah, so he's like, who is this? Listen, as podcasters, I mean,
yeah,
no better way. Hey,
Rip City Step says, Tommy Hangout guest request just got updated. That's funny. All right, man, let's dive into this. Canadian U.S. women. Canada has struggled against the U.S. even with Poulin, and now they're not going to have her today. I kind of dug into this a little bit yesterday, I guess, starting, but I was not aware that the U.S. had sort of taken over this head-to-head battle against Canada. Like, they beat them twice in the World Championships last year, 2-1 and 4-3, so tight games. And then in the rivalry series, they beat them 4 times and outscored them 24-7 along the way, which is pretty dominant fashion. A couple of those games are here in Edmonton. We had some people texting in that were at the game today and said the U.S. just looked faster. They're younger. They're more skilled. They had better goaltending. So it's kind of a weird feeling going into this game as kind of being surprised if the Canadian women can pull it out, man. It's unlike anything we've sort of seen, at least the Olympics, over like the last 20 years.
Here's the thing. I think we're basically also just moving on from this game today.
Yeah.
Because like the last couple of years, what matters is winning a gold medal. And Canada, I think, is operating in that way. Like you MPP, she's not playing today. She's out. So
I know.
I mean, imagine, it's like Canada resting or letting McDavid not play in a round robin game because they're going to need him for the finals. When you really hope that, and the thing is, the states of all the teams with the rivalry they have, they would come at her so hard in that game if she was playing. It's like, I think it's the right decision. But again, the onus is on the Canadians to get to the gold medal game. And then, as they have seemed to do in the last number of Olympics, even in maybe not quite as a dire situation based on recent results, but find a way to win one game. And it's sort of been the story for a long time. Like you'd have to go back, but I think the U.S. has a pretty good lead in world championships over the last number of years. Not just the last couple. But then you look at the Olympics, and Canada always seems to find a way.
So the line on this game, since to see one player move a line this significantly, I guess in hockey we don't really monitor it like in football when a quarterback would go down. But earlier this morning, the United States were minus 159 favorites in this game. As of right now, they're minus 256 favorites. So it's moved from like minus 159 to minus 256 with Marie-Philippe Poulin not being in for Team Canada. So obviously a significant swing. Canada plus 180 money line underdogs in this game against the U.S.
What's the spread? Is there a puck line on that?
Yeah, it's 1.5. I threw a parlay together earlier this morning. Over 4.5 goals, Canada plus 1.5. Just to get a piece of Canada in this game, it's plus 125. But the puck line, Canada plus 1.5 is minus 169.
And what's USA?
Plus 107.
Not that I'm considering taking
plus money. Listen, Huss. Let me bring you up to speed today. I wasn't going to bring it up, but the fact that you just said this, we do a segment on the Nielson Show every Tuesday called Weekly Confessions, and my confession today was that I was putting together an Olympic women's hockey parlay last night, and I have Sweden in there. They won this morning. I got Finland in there, and I did put the Americans onto my parlay. And I said I felt bad about it. But then somebody messaged in and said, "Hey, Dusty, bet with your head, cheer with your heart." And I said, you know what? I do like the way that sounds today. I like the way that sounds. Plus, at minus 159, with the way that they dominated Canada the last 6 times they played, I was just like, I think there's actually decent value on this. But I still felt dirty as hell doing it.
I'm kind of surprised that line is... I mean, everyone knows that Canadians are going to bet for Canada, so I don't think we're going to get... I mean, if you have no skin in the game, there's probably still some value on the USA or you at that puck line.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't know if the Canadians are going to really. I don't want to say they're not going to care.
No,
The
this
Olympic
game
Games are
kind of
pretty
means as close to nothing as it could.
Yeah.
For this matchup, right? Like, God, it sucks having to be sitting here saying this, but yeah, the plus 107 on the puck line. I mean, from a betting with your head type of play, they've been out like at their last 4 games against the U.S., they've lost by 3 goals or more every single time. And we're outscored 24-7, and now they don't have their captain. So I also referred to this morning as an emotional hedge. Canada wins, you're still happy. Canada loses, you're cashing in a little bit. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Travis over on the Nasty Chat on YouTube says, we're winning or getting smoked? Question mark. That could maybe be the scenario.
I am staring down all these hockey games though. Like now that we've got the lines for
just around the corner, buddy.
The men's games. Well, tomorrow morning. And it's actually not a bad first game.
Finland, Slovakia?
Finland?
That's a good first game. Like the Slovaks. Now, Finland's a heavy favorite. They're minus 625, which I think is probably too big a number. Really?
Me too. What,
Slovakia? Yeah, Slovakia. I mean, they're one of the rosters where they'll have some NHLers, and then they'll have some guys who just play in Europe still. But the minus 625 on Finland is this is a game that could end up being 4-2, like 4-3. The puck line, Finland minus 1.5 is minus 175.
What's the Slovakia to win number?
The money line?
Yeah.
Plus 360.
Plus 360.
Yeah.
So let's see who they got. Yeah, they don't have very many NHLers. They got no NHL goalies. They got.
I looked today. They got like 3 or 4. Like they're in that Switzerland, Germany sort of range. But I still think Finland at minus 625 is. I don't know. It just seems so juicy. Like I don't think you.
Who do we got here? Dalibor Dvorsky.
Yeah, Slavkovsky.
That rat from the Flames, Pospisil. Pavel Regenda, Slav, and then 3 defensemen, Cernak, Fehervary, and Simon Nemec. So, yeah, I guess I can understand why. Finland's going to be good. Finland is going to be... Are you in on USA? Like, you think it's going to be Canada USA in the final?
Yeah. I don't hate the. I think it's 3-1 for a Canada-Sweden final. If like that, and Finland hangs right in there with all these teams at these events. I mean, they always have. Like, I'll be stunned if Canada is not in the gold medal game. I won't be as stunned if the States aren't in there. I mean, with that being said, the United States have a phenomenal team. Like their defensemen, we went through their roster yesterday, but like their defense it's full of like number 1 guys, which the Canadian defense, nothing against Sanheim and Parayko and stuff, but the U.S. blue line's pretty damn good. Actually, I've got a bunch of player props I went through this morning. I'll throw those out here for the tournament as well. But Sweden and Finland these 2 teams, these types of events, man, I don't think you can really count them out from being in the mix when it's all said and done.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, they were in the finals in Sochi. Now, I'm just trying to. What I would really like to know is how the tournament is going to look after the opening rounds. So basically, every team makes it to the playoff. If you're between 5 and 8, you play a qualifying game. And then you move on to the next one. But the 4 teams Is there 3 groups or 4?
There's 3 groups.
Okay, so the top 3 teams will make it. And then I guess the next team with the highest number of points gets 4. And then it's 5 through.
5 plays 12, 6 plays 11, 7 gets 10, and 8 gets 9. And then the quarterfinals will be... So after the preliminary round, following criteria... Here, I got this laid out here. Okay, at the conclusion of the preliminary round, all 12 teams will be ranked according to special criteria. This ranking will be used for seeding the teams for the qualification and will be used for calculating conclusion. Oh, wait, no, this is for the 2022. Oh, no, this says 2026. The final round includes 4 qualification games, 4 quarterfinal games. At the conclusion of the preliminary round, 12. Yeah, so the following criteria will be used in order presented to determine the rankings: higher position in the group, higher number of points, better goal differential, higher number of goals, and then the better world ranking would be like the 5th tiebreaker, if that's the case. Then the top 4 teams will receive a bye into the quarterfinals, and the bottom 8 teams will play in the qualification playoff, and then they move into the quarterfinals after that.
Okay, I found out what we needed to know. The semifinal games will be played with the highest seeded semifinalist and the lowest seeded semifinalist, according to the combined preliminary round ranking. So
it's not a bracket. It would be
not a bracket.
A reseeding.
There'll be a reseed.
Okay.
So ideally, Canada, USA are like 1-2, 2-1. And they can win and move on. Like if we're playing those guys, I want it to be in the gold medal game.
Well, what's interesting is, let's just say we're looking at what are the groups? Are Finland and Sweden?
Yeah, they're in the same group.
They're in the same group. Okay, so only one of those teams will be 3-0. So let's say Canada's 3-0, US is 3-0, and then Sweden's 3-0.
Yeah.
So they would all be tied with the 3 wins. They'd all be tied with the number of points. So then the 2-3 seed would come down, the 1-2-3 seed, if they're all 3-0, will come down to goal differential. So the team that has the best plus minus would be the number 1 seed of those teams, right? That's what it said. Like the higher position in the group, which would all be equal, higher number of points, which would all be equal if they all win in regulation, and then the better goal difference would be the next thing for seeding. So you want to run it up a bit here, like against France. If you can get your goal differential up, you go get your goal differential up, type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is winning a regulation.
Yeah.
Like, I have a feeling Canada's going to win their group. USA is going to win their group. Both of those teams, barring some sort of strange things, will go 3-0 and have 9 points. And then I think that Finland and Sweden, you would think that those teams will be 3-4.
Yeah.
Like, I could see them going to overtime. I could see somewhere along that line. That's the best thing. But Germany's actually ranked ahead of Sweden.
In the Germany world, like in the world hockey rankings?
Right now, this is their position based on the 2023 IIHF world ranking.
So that would factor in if it gets down to the 5th tiebreaker, which I don't think we'll have to worry about, but.
Yeah, no, I could be wrong on that. But basically, the quarters, if it goes as expected, let's just say Finland and Sweden get 3-4, then basically you're looking at the Swiss, the Czechs, the Germans, and probably the Slovaks. And I would imagine that Italy, Latvia, Denmark, France are probably the teams that, well, they'll be heavy underdogs in the qualification round. But man, just looking at these games, like Finland, Sweden open against each other. Now, the bad thing is the game's at 5 a.m.
I thought Finland played Slovakia first.
No, sorry. I guess that's their second game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first game. And then Sweden's playing Italy. right off the bat. They'll both win those games.
And then they play Friday morning against each other.
Friday morning. You know what? You'll be up for that.
Oh yeah, we'll have that on in the studio for sure. Yeah, that'll be good. Sweden's a minus 233 favored right now. Now I'm looking forward to this, man. It's going to be a different vibe than the Four Nations, obviously, with some of these other teams factored in. But once we get right down to it, we'll have like a little bit of a journey as they get to the semifinal and the final, and then we'll be able to dive right in, which will be a lot of fun. And hopefully, our flight to Mexico is slightly delayed on the morning of the gold medal game.
That is so wild that you got. That's a Sunday or Saturday?
It's a Sunday morning.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So I've got some player props, Huss. I dug into these a little bit more. Here's some numbers that I don't hate. If you want to get in here, Mikko Rantanen to lead Finland in goals is plus 210. I like that one. I don't hate Quinn Hughes plus 120 versus Cale Makar in straight up points. I mean, Makar's going to be a stud, but Quinn Hughes is ridiculous offensively as well. Is going to be out there just like Makar in a lot of offensive situations. And the plus money is on Hughes in that head-to-head matchup. Connor McDavid to lead the tournament in assists is plus 400. McDavid over 8.5 points in the tournament. His number set at 8.5 points. I like the over 8.5 points in the tournament for Connor McDavid. And I like this one a lot. This is 6-1. Marty Necas to lead Czechia in goals. The other competition is Pasternak, and he's at like plus 1 something. You can get Necas at plus 600. He's having a phenomenal year in the National Hockey League. I really like Necas to be the leading goal scorer on Czechia at plus 600. And then if you want to get in on it, Leon to be the leading scorer for Germany, it's just plus 100. Well, it's at least a plus number. And, there's not a lot of competition there. And if Leon gets 3 goals in this tournament, it might be enough to get that job done. So Leon plus 100 to lead Germany. Necas plus 600 to lead Czechia. McDavid over 8.5 points. McDavid assist leader at the tournament. Quinn Hughes plus 120 in head-to-head points versus Makar. And then Rantanen to lead Finland in goals at plus 210.
I like those. I'm surprised that Draisaitl is only even money to be the top goal scorer for Germany. I know they got Paterka and Stützle and Sturm, but Draisaitl's a goal-scoring machine.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, plus 100 if you want to get on Leon.
I would have thought that he might have been chalkier as to lead them in goals as points.
Yeah.
I don't
know. Maybe they're viewing him the role that he's going to have there, be more of a setup man than how he is in the National Hockey League as a straight-up finisher, but still like
I am already in on Macklin Celebrini, top goal scorer for Canada. 7-1.
7-1.
Macklin Celebrini, 30-1 for the tournament.
That 30-1's a nice number.
He's playing with McDavid.
Yeah.
His
point total 6.5. If you want to get on the over his points too, 6.5. I think I'd probably like that. Have we seen what their power play is going to look like yet? I know they did closed practice yesterday.
Nope.
I think
Rashog's freaking out. No access.
I'm going to text him and be like, I can't believe, Shoggy, that you don't have the power play lines yet. Like, this is pretty pathetic. What else are you doing over there? Still, though, I'm curious to see what do you think that power play is? I want to get to some CFL free agency in a second, but what do you think the power play will be for Canada?
Well, it's obviously going to be McDavid, Makar, McKinnon,
Crosby,
Sid.
Who's a fifth guy? Is it Celebrini? Do you just go screw it? Celebrini, Makar, McDavid, McKinnon, Crosby? Oh, my God. Like, you got to do it at least once for the nation, John. Like, we got to see those guys on a power play together.
I guess you could, it might be overthinking it. Wilson could be a guy that is on it playing with McDavid if things go well and just have him like right in front of
here we go, man. We got them. We got the units. I don't know if this is Maddie or Trevor, somebody in the chat, but says McCarr, McDavid, McKinnon, Reinhart, and Crosby.
Oh, right.
And then Theodore, Celebrini, Marner, Horvat, and Stone. So it's a unique twist for PP2. But yeah, Reinhart out there as a trigger man on that first unit.
Well, he did score 57 a couple years ago.
I guess you can't really argue with that one.
Is there any other ones that, I mean, McCarr top point scorer for Canada, if we're looking for a bit of a long shot? Like, I could see him being involved in like a million goals.
Trev and I were talking about the 2014 team earlier today, and I had totally forgotten about this. But he said that, who was it? Doughty and Weber, who led that tournament in scoring with 6 points? I have to look it back up. Trev might have been lying to me.
Oh, Sochi?
Yeah, in Sochi.
Oh, dude, Sochi was the worst. Like, I know we won.
It was so dominant, it kind of ended up sucking.
That team, and the thing is, they didn't play exciting hockey at all. Like, it wasn't even that fun to watch. Like, do you remember how boring that gold medal game was against Sweden?
I know.
Swedes had like 9 shots or something. It was, and I mean, Canada only scored a couple of goals.
Yeah, Drew Doughty had 4 goals in that event. Had 6 points. Weber had 6 points. Jeff Carter had 5 points. And then you got to go to Patrick Marleau with 4 points. It was a low-scoring affair. But they gave up nothing. I mean, they absolutely had it locked down. Still, though, I mean, that's...
What do you think about... I took a flyer, speaking of points. I think Rupi Hintz is really undervalued on this Finnish team.
What's his number at? 4.5?
Plus 750.
Plus 750 to lead the team in points?
Points or goals.
Oh.
Like the Rantanen number I get.
He's a sneaky good player. Sneaky great player, I should say.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And then what about Sweden? William Nylander, Forsberg, Kempe, Raymond Zibanejad, Eriksson Ek, Elias, Jesper Bratt, Raquel, and Lindholm. That is for the top goal scorer. I mean, I think William Nylander is a little low for what he should be, just based on him being a Leaf.
Still a little banged up, though. I don't think he skated yesterday.
Like, I think Kempe might be the trigger man.
Dude, Kempe. So the boys and I are doing a Olympic hockey pool draft on 2 guys in goalie today, myself, Cass, and Gager. And I got Kempe as one. I shouldn't even be saying it, but he's one of my sleepers. He's one of my sleepers. I think he could end up having a nice Olympics. Him and Lucas Raymond, actually. That's a pretty good Swedish roster. Here, actually, let me give you so here's the Swedish lines. Daily Faceoff has all the lines up now, which is nice. Smart move. Still have too many ads, but I'll take the lines. Here we go. So Eriksson Ek between Kempe and Forsberg. Lindholm with Bratt and Lucas Raymond. Zibanejad, Ricard Raquel, and Elias Paterson. And then Wenberg with Landeskog and Pontus Holmberg. Forsling and Rasmus Dahlin. Victor Hedman and Rasmus Andersson. Broberg and Carlson. And then Nylander not skating with those lines right now because he's still trying to get healthy. But I do like Adrian Kempe. We were hoping that he'd eventually become a free agent and sign in Edmonton, but the Kings locked him up. They locked him up, Huss.
Yeah, let me guess. Team-friendly deal, $2 million a year. You guys are nuts.
So yeah, the Canada women's hockey game gets going here right away. Huss, today actually, about an hour and 48 minutes ago, CFL free agency officially opened. We know we had the, last Sunday was, now we were saying they should move that to Monday. Like the legal tampering window should open on Monday. So all of our shows are live while all these guys all the news is breaking as opposed to doing it on Sunday. So today was a little bit quieter, even though it officially opened. Some teams are announcing some signings along the way. I know here in Edmonton, I don't think we're going to really be surprised by a lot moving forward, considering everything that's kind of already been done. Did I see the Bombers got Jovan Santos Knox today? Did that pop up today?
He's back.
Yeah. I guess that's going back quite a ways.
Yeah.
Hey? Yeah.
I really liked him. When he was here. And,
I liked him alongside of Darius Pickett when they were together in Ottawa there for a bit. They were good.
Yeah. Well, he had a good run, man. Listen, I'm not going to pretend to know. You would know far better than me the ins and outs of all of the, like the defensive players. All I know is that when I watched Ottawa, the guy always seemed to be around the ball. And Zach Schnitzer, who does Bomber Report with Connor on WST, fired me an email. Elite run defender in 23 and 25. He's got better run defense and coverage grades than Kyrie Wilson, who is 2 years younger. Less of an injury history. For a guy like Jordan Younger that likes versatility in his players, I think he's a perfect guy to come back to Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Play in the middle, play outside. He can the Bombers, who did they pick? That Connor Shea last year? Didn't really do much. So I think that they're going for Jovan Santos Knox. I did meet his entire family when they came. I don't know. We were at like BP or something like that. And like the entire table had Santos Knox jerseys. And I'm like,
and they're like, Huss.
Probably a pretty good chance that is his, that is his crew. What's up on the Elks beat?
I mean, I thought they did well. They've done well so far. Like in all the areas, like they lost Jake Serezna, but they brought in Malik Carney. It was a significant upgrade. Carney's a top 5 guy in both rushing the quarterback and defending against the run last year. Like he was a monster last year. So I liked the Carney addition. I liked what they had already in their secondary, and they kept most of that intact. Offensively, they upgraded with Austin Mack. Joe Robustelli, I think, has a ton of potential as like a number 2 guy. And then they went out and got one of the top offensive linemen as well in Woodmansey, brought him in, and added 2 more offensive linemen, and then upgraded the quarterback position at the backup spot too with Taylor Powell over Trey Ford. So I thought that was a pretty tidy 48 hours for Herv when that tampering window opened last week.
You think Powell's an upgrade over Trey? Or they just had to do it?
I think they had to do it, but from people I've talked to around the league, 100% yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're Powell, I think Bo just signed for 2 more years. You'll see what happens with Cody. Cody was contemplating retirement this past year. I think there's probably a quicker path here than there was behind Bo with the way that he's played the last couple of years. So, but I also think a good landing spot for Trey. Goes back home, gets get taught and learn from Milanovic, who's been known as a quarterback whisperer for quite some time, and see if it's going to work out for him. It'll have to be when Bo's done, and maybe Milanovic can make it work for him. So we'll see.
I know it's not 2019 again, but I do think that there is great value right now on the board on the futures markets for both the Chiefs and the Bombers. It's like both teams, they had one bad year, and it seems like people are sort of writing them off. Like, would it surprise you if either one of those teams went to the championship next year?
No, that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, there's a path in both markets to quickly get back on track. And I mean, Tim White with Nick Dembski, Brady, Zach, that's a pretty good, formidable core offensively for the Bombers. And then they bring in Jake Serezna to play line. I'm adding a couple other pieces.
To To me, it's the Broxton, the guy that's fired me up the most. I mean, you get the
they did get Broxton, didn't they?
Yeah.
He was the number one offensive. He was the number one free agent, actually, heading into the offseason. I forgot they got Broxton.
Yeah. So
now he's a left tackle like Stanley Bryant, right? What are they going to do? Who are they going to move to the right side?
They'll probably move Broxton to the right side.
Yeah.
And then you've got arguably the best tackle combination. Keep Zach upright. So, and the thing is, they, with the Canadians that they have and getting kneeled from Saskatchewan,
I
mean, and Brady, you have the opportunity to maybe go get another American offensive lineman. I mean, that's always been an area that most teams would just kind of put their Canadians. But I think the Bombers might do it a little differently. So, I'm fired up. We're getting ready to get the band back together here in the Peg and make up for it's just what people are pissed off about is that this should have happened last year.
Yeah.
And they didn't, for whatever reason, it was like they didn't believe that the cap was going up the way that it was. And again, it did do it in the middle of free agency, which
that was not ideal.
CFL. But the fact that they were so aggressive and have gotten their guys right out of the gate, it's very clear that this organization still means business when it comes to this season.
All right, what's coming up in WST, buddy?
We're going to have a bunch of Olympic hockey talk, getting ready for it.
Well, the game will be going when you guys are on.
Yeah, definitely. Women's hockey. Look ahead to the men's tomorrow. Probably discuss this story about the guy admitting to cheating after winning his medal. And a lot of Team Canada talk. Got a couple of good guests coming up, and probably talking about the Santos Knox signing with the Bombers as well.
Good stuff, buddy. You enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good show, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Right on. Thanks, bud.
There you go. That is us from Winnipeg Sports Talk. I was going to pass this little note along to him. I saw this pop up. I retweeted it last night. Just quickly to wrap the show on football. New England Patriots in the playoffs. We talked a lot about the Patriots. Cupcake schedule during the regular season. Pats fans are like, you'll see. And then we talk about them going through the playoffs, which were an awful playoff in the AFC. And we're like, well, if this team was missing this guy, don't worry about it. The New England Patriots had 53 drives in the playoffs this year. They averaged 1.13 points per drive in those games. The 2017 Cleveland Browns that went 0-16 averaged 1.22 points per drive. So the offense that the Browns had when they went winless in a season was better than what the Patriots brought to the table in the playoffs, and they made the Super Bowl. Think about that for a second. All right, we're going to have puck drop on that Canada-U.S. women's hockey game. We'll try to keep you updated on that as we work our way through Two Guys and a Goalie coming up for GS Construction with myself, Cass, and Gager. We're going to talk some Oilers. We're going to talk some Canadian hockey, obviously. We're going to do a Olympic hockey pool draft with myself, Cass, and Gager, which should be a lot of fun. And then we'll have Hired or Fired as well as we work our way through Two Guys and a Goalie. So should be a good show. If you're watching over on YouTube right now, turn on autoplay. You can come right over if you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com on the live stream. We'll be back with Two Guys and a Goalie in less than 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Thank you very much for joining us on Lock Shop today. Best of luck if you're riding on anything tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.